age group, 17, 18. And I think if without the primers program, perhaps say the members were to move away from BB and say pursue other activities, and I think it would definitely be a tremendous waste, because if we think about it, leadership is something that's very much integral and central towards the running of BB activities, stemming from the very reason that all our officers in the various BB companies are all volunteers. So if we do not have an adequate program to be able to develop these youth leaders at such a young and impressionable age, it would probably be very hard to continue to draw on the policy of attracting officers to continue to serve purely in a voluntary role. So I think definitely the BB Primers program would set out to achieve that objective.
So if your HQ, right? Let's say your HQ starting Primers program, what will you introduce?
I think in improving the two things. I think firstly would be in the sense that the Primers program provides a very different experience from what the seniors program provided. I think that would be the first thing we have to capitalize on. Because on the very fact that boys, being boys, after spending 4 years in a seniors company, would be asking, oh, why would I want to join another program and maybe burn the rest of my Saturdays in that sense. So I think one thing to draw upon the fact would be to engage boys in very, very important decisions which will actually have an impact in the way that the BB is doing well. I think for one, a very good example would be the fact that primers could be intern at the SGB program.
But we have one.
Yeah, indeed we have. And in terms of improvements to the BB program, I think would be probably to allow the BB primers maybe a greater say in perhaps the execution and running of perhaps maybe certain events for or certain programs for the BB seniors program. I think as of now, as I'm aware, we probably are not really that active in getting the input of BB primers.
So you want primers involved in SGB?
Yeah, not just SGB per se, but I think well, I think maybe these could be perhaps performed during the holidays, the holiday period.
What's the second thing you want?
I think the second thing would probably be to capitalize on the fact that the BB primers is probably something that will enable one to be able to, in a sense, enrich his educational experience. I think that should be done through the implementation of more awards or more causes, I think.
So you want awards?
Yes, I think.
Badges?
Badges and awards. I think the rationale of this case would be because I think particularly amongst Singapore's education system, we're continually in a paper chasing world. And I think some of my friends from other companies had the initial reservations of wanting to rejoin the BB because they felt, well, if I were to attend maybe a prestigious JC and I would want to apply for a prestigious university course, I don't think that BB would be able to help me to capitalize on my chances that well in terms of entering the course. So I think
if I give badges, right, then people will go to good universities.
I think not be able to go to good universities per se, but I think it'd be able to at least help them to stand them in a better stead, and at least help the universities see that, oh hey, the BB just isn't about doing this, it's actually about being able to develop them in that sense.
Would you join BB because of badges?
Yes and no. I don't think I would join BB primarily because of the badges, but I would join BB because of a whole myriad of reasons as well.
Okay, let's talk about your school involvement. You were a prefect and you were a student council expert. Right?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Let's talk about ACS.
Mm-hmm.
ACS, I mean, you have been achieving many awards in the past
Yes, we have.
10 years. I think.
10 years and sustained award.
I mean, tell me, do you think ACS is fulfilling its fundamental? What is the fundamental purpose of? I mean, why does ACS exist? What are the value of ACS?
I think
is fulfilling it despite winning all these awards?
Well, I think perhaps the awards come as a result of the institution of such mottos and the vision that ACS set in place. I think as a student of ACS, our principal had set us the vision of every axiom, a scholar, officer, and gentleman. And I think in setting out these vision for the boys such as us to be able to achieve, I think through the way that's how we have managed to be able to garner such awards time and time again.
So, okay. Adriel, you know that in your school, right? I mean, I come to know this. That you got a quota on the number of boys joining BB inside.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, we do.
Do you think that should be so?
Well, I think
Or do you think we should let boys decide what they want to join?
being a BB boy, definitely you would want to let boys join what they would like to join, and definitely, hopefully, increase the numbers joining the BB every year in secondary 1. But I think, looking from the point of view of the administration of the school, I think such a quota must be kept to ensure that the other UIOs which are deemed to be not as popular as the BB might be able to at least have a sustained
Well, just
increase
close down
intake.
the other UIOs. Why you keep them there?
Well, I think it's in our school's policy to be able to provide the widest range of CCAs as well as uniform groups.
No, but you're providing and then you're forcing them to join, right?
Yes.
So that's alright. That's not a problem.
Well, I think along the way, I think probably the reason why the school has engaged in such um, a protocol probably because they feel that the qualities that one would be able to learn through his involvement in the UI would be something that's definitely beneficial and positive towards one development in life. So I think perhaps one of the main things of instituting such a compulsory UIO policy would be hopefully that by in a sense forcing a certain Sec 1 to join a BB in secondary 1, he'll be able to enjoy the programs along the way and hopefully see that hey joining the UIO does in fact have a beneficial effect on me. So I think maybe the UIO isn't that bad after all. And I think after spending a year in UIO, hopefully such a mindset will be a bit changed and causing them to be more committed towards the UIO itself.
Actually, my point was this: you've got 80 people join EB, right? But you can only take 60
Yes.
percent quota. 20 of them join, say maybe NCCC,
Yes.
NCCA, NCC. See, that's why I think it's fair.
Well, I don't think that's fair in that sense. So I think that's why
Is
the
that good school policy?
I think that would come towards the definition of what is good school policy, whether it's from the perception of the students or from the teachers. I think teachers being administrators of such school policies, I think they would want it in their opinion to be as effective and as efficient as possible. So hence the quota. But I think from a point of view of a BB boy, I think definitely such a practice would be seen as being unfair, I think, towards the boys who really want to join BB.